Bluff City Media presents the No Bluffing Podcast. Stepping up to the microphone are your hosts, Christian Ingram and Evan Hayes. Now, let's get to the show.
Grizz Nation, what's going on? I am Chris Ingram.
And I am Evan Hayes.
And this is the No Bluffing Podcast, where we keep it all the way real, all the way raw, and all the way honest about everything Grizzlies. Welcome back to another episode, man. We're glad to be back. This is a pre-recorded episode today, so y'all not getting us live on this Monday. Unfortunately, it is. Let me put a space and a period in my sentences. Y'all not getting a live episode, unfortunately. Pause. It is my wife's birthday, so we will be celebrating the time we normally record.
Excuse me, get hot. She's like, "Whoa, what you just said on the show, man?"
Yeah.
You don't want that.
Let's clear that up right now. That is not what I was saying. It's not unfortunately her birthday. We won't be live, but definitely wanted to go ahead and make sure we chopped it up, got on here today, and so like I said, y'all will be getting this at 6:30, just not live, but y'all still jump in the comments, man. Y'all know we be in there chopping it up with y'all at the same time anyway. So appreciate y'all tapping in with us. My boy Evan, what's going on with you, man? How you feeling this week?
Man, I'm feeling good, bro. Just another week being productive. I'm halfway through my summer classes, so I feel good about that. Got about 3 weeks left. So I'm ready. They feeling it, but other than that, I'm good. Just still working on it every day, just trying to make my little money, man. So I really can't complain too much. There's been a lot going on in the world of sports. So it's been my Twitter has been very active, which I think is very enjoyable. But other than that, man, it's been good, bro. How about you? How was your week?
Man, same, bro. This school shit finna take me out. Damn, I'm trying not to cuss him in the first 10 minutes, like the OGs say. It's taking me out, bro. It's a thing for sure. But like you said, I noticed on my first semester, I got literally this last week. And then I started up the second semester. I think it's July 3rd. So get that out the way. Should be walking in August, bro. So I'm just trying to knock this shit out. But boy, it is a lot. It's a lot.
So Osby has like an actual ceremony that you would have in August to begin the school year, right?
Yep.
That's
I thought I had to actually walk in. I thought I was going to have to wait till December. But yeah. Like, nah, we got one for the summer people. So
turn people.
I think it used to be that way. I think it used to be even if you finished up in August, you had to still wait. And I think that may be just because of maybe class size or something like that. But surprisingly, it's a lot of people taking summer school. Austin, people don't realize, bro, it's one of the cheapest, low cost, 4-year legit universities that you can do in the state of Tennessee. So I'm a big advocate of that. Especially if you're trying to keep the cost low living within the state, even if it's online. You know what I'm saying? Like it's definitely got its pros to it. So, but yeah, man, August is the goal. So just trying to sacrifice right now so I can get this stuff behind me, my boy. So I applaud you for you been doing it, because nah.
I said nah.
I was doing a lot of stuff earlier today. I think you was too, man. So just trying to take care of the business while we got the time to do it. But man, enough about that, man. We got real life stuff to talk about in the sports world, and we're gonna do that today. So I'm definitely excited to kind of get through that. We're gonna be talking about obviously the finals. Obviously, we got to talk about the KD trade, and then last but not least, we're gonna end on, because it happened after we recorded, just a real quick response, or what we felt on the KCP Kentavious Caldwell-Pope interview, and what that means, or what we feel like it may mean for the Grizzlies going into this offseason, which is officially starting today. The guys can actually start negotiating with their current teams on free agent deals. So that officially starts today. Excited to kind of go through that as the offseason, progresses. But anyway, let's jump right into it. We got the NBA Finals Game 7. That's the most recent thing as of this episode. So we're going to chop it up. We got that first. Obviously, the OKC Thunder end up pulling it out in the Game 7 at home in front of their and we all know the big blow that happened in the first quarter, man. Tyrese Haliburton going down with that. Well, we all knew immediately when it happened was an Achilles injury. So unfortunate, bro. He was on the heater to start the game. He was looking different. He was calling folks the N-word, which, I mean, he is half that, so he can do as he please. But he was going off, and unfortunately, they just could not get over that hump in the second half to, get it down to the wire and close that game out. But just your thoughts on the game. Obviously, we can talk about the Haliburton injury, and I want to get your opinion on some actual health stuff as well. But what were your thoughts on the game, man? Were you satisfied with the outcome? Were you satisfied with the game? How you feeling?
First and foremost, I want to just give a shout out to Tyrese Haliburton and Indiana Pacers for making it that far, and also Tyrese on hopefully a speedy and non-complicated recovery, because y'all know Achilles injuries can be very treacherous and their recovery process is very treacherous. Elwood, y'all know who my brother is, but he tore his Achilles a few years ago, so I've been there watching how his recovery was. He's not an NBA player, so I can know how it is for an NBA player what he has to go through. So but yeah, after the injury, man, honestly, like, this may not be good to say on the airways, but I was kind of checked out, man. Like, it was just because he was off to a heater. Like, he was playing, so I'm like, oh, this is a game. So they had that energy, like, going into it, and when he went down. But
I saw a tweet that went out that said, I just heard the whole East Coast PS5 beat turn on, and I just tripped out laughing because no cap, bro. Like, people was disinterested as hell after that, bro. So you ain't lying.
Bro, I was watching it with my mom and my dad. Like, we was on the couch watching it together, eating dinner, or eating lunch at the time, whatever. And we was like, I said, all right, y'all, I'm out. Like, because I had a function to go to that I was going to go to anyway. I was like, I'm going to wait till like halftime, or I was like, you know what, y'all? Quick dudes. And I was just out. So, like, we was watching at the function. I was like, we was watching it passively, but like, we weren't that locked in on it. But today I actually got to watch like pretty much the full game today. And I have to commend the Indiana Pacers for staying in the game. Like, they fought hard. All the way up to around the end of the third quarter. Then OKC just kind of just pulled away. I kind of had that same feeling to when Ja got hurt in game 3, and it just, you knew the floor was gonna fall back under the team eventually. And I had that feeling in my chest when I was rewatching the game this morning. So just unfortunately, you kind of got robbed of a very pivotal and very potentially exciting game 7. It's our first game 7 since 2016. So I hate that. But all in all, OKC did what they need to do, take care of business. And now we have to take our hater, at least my side, I got to take my hater hat off. Like, I know how I feel about OKC, but HGA got his chip. The Thunder did their things. I had to tip my cap for a team to win the championship. Like, there's no crime or there's no like slight allude to the NBA champions. Like, we can say how we won about if Ja got hurt, yada yada yada. We can say we won, but we lost the NBA champion. So like, can't be mad. So yeah, OKC. We talk about the OKC is like, they're in position to potentially do some damage for the next few years. Like, they're all young. They have 14 draft picks for the next like 14 first-round draft picks for the next like 5 to 7 years. So it's some potential. I don't say dynasty, but they can be in that position for a long time. So I always love to see a team get their first championship in team history. I hate that it was OKC, but all in all, it was a good game. Great season for OKC, one of the best like statistical front to bottom seasons like of all time. Like, they were 68-14, like Shea MVP, West Coast MVP, Finals MVP, points per game leader. Like, they saying like instead of the chalk won, like the team that was the best from the jump won ultimately. So you can't really to be too mad at that. So overall, it was a decent game. I was kind of checked out once I watched it today. I got a little more clarity on it, but shout out OKC for getting the job done.
Me, I put my hate for OKC back probably after our series, maybe even was a little bit before that. I ain't gonna hold you, but I was just mad playing against them. But it just got to a point, bro. As it was definitely before our series for sure. Because I remember coming on here like, I would just sit back and watch SGA, bro, and I was like, okay, yeah, this dude. Now, don't get me wrong. I think that push-off stuff that he does is total BS. But the refs ain't calling it. So my thing is this: Ja, they're not calling it. Start stiff arming these dudes, bro. Like do what you got. Like, yeah, we be too humble. We be too like caught up and high and mighty on our high horse for whatever reason, bro. If they're letting them do it, we need to go out there and do the same thing. Like, they out there playing tough defense. Dylan Brooks has probably been the only dude since Grit and Grind that has went out there and played physical, sometimes crossing the line defense, but they let them do it the whole year, bro. Hey, Jalen Wells, watch some film, bro. Go out there. I need you to punch some dudes in some nuts. I need you to trip some dudes. I need you to elbow some folks in the head. Dude, literally, one of your friends clipped you out the air, bro. Like, all this, nice guy. No, we can cut all that out. Let's look at what's working and let's go do that while still being, the best as we can on the basketball floor. But now, for real, seriously, them dudes just with the better team, bro. I mean, I'm glad the series went 7 games. It was exciting to watch. One for all the marbles. It just, like you said, when that situation with Tyrese happened, bro, it's just all you can say is it's unfortunate. And I got here emotional. I was sitting at my desk knocking out some homework as I was watching it. And when I saw that live, bro, I felt for dude. Me personally, I was in a city quarterfinals football game against the Whitehaven. Good God, what is their name? The Whitehaven Tigers.
Tigers, bro.
Yeah.
Tigers, bro.
Screw them, bro. I don't care. I shout out my family and friends with the Whitehaven. But anyway, bro, was in a city semifinal game against them. And literally we lost 14-13. And after the first play of the game on the kickoff return, I got pulled out because my knee wasn't looking right. My coach would not let me back in. I tried to run in. It wasn't gonna go good. But I feel that, bro. You work your way up to get to this moment, Literally, we were 2 points away from going to, I think, the city championship and then eventually the state. That shit haunted me for a while. So I know for sure Tyrese Haliburton is going to have some sleepless nights coming up for him, man. So just, prayers up for his mental, bro. But like Anthony said on his show earlier today, I don't got too much sympathy because we done went through the same shit with Ja Morant for the last 3 seasons. So, hey, it is what it is, bro. Great series. SGA, shout out to him with the Triple Crown. That team, like you said, they're going to be around for a minute, and it's time for the league to kind of catch up. Only thing that I'm going to say, and we can move to the next subject, bro, and I talked about it a little bit before. I hate the fact that Sam Presti, although it took him a long time after he got done with that first iteration of hardening them, KD, Russell Westbrook, I hate that he saw and identified that he had a team, a core that could make that leap, and he did what was necessary, whether it was retaining players or adding players to get them to do that. That is exactly what the Memphis Grizzlies were supposed to do 2-3 years ago. But instead, y'all as fans and the front office said that, oh, we're young, we got forever. And now you look up and one of those franchise, actually 2 of those franchise pieces, maybe even 3 if you want to count Steven Adams at that time, is no longer on this team. So, it's one of them things that where, hopefully, man, Kleiman, with the trade that popped off last week, he knows what he got to do. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. So, I am excited to see. But, man, we have to capitalize because at this point, this next window is even smaller than the one that we had before, if you want to say that we still had it. So, at the end of the day, salute to OKC. Y'all had the worst, boringest celebration. I saw videos of SWAT teams outside the arena telling people they was gonna lock them up if they didn't go home. Memphis would never, but hey,
Memphis would never.
Y'all the champs.
I saw a video. I saw a video that had like so much like leftover beer and champagne in the locker room because they didn't even use like half of them. Like,
sorry to tell you,
dude, like y'all want a chip, bro? Like y'all not gonna get lit.
Not the Grizzlies. Nah.
You think Bill Street not gonna be a turf for 3 days straight in the Grizzlies, bro?
Man, Paul Young gonna go on the news, gonna be trying to ask for volunteers to clean that shit up out there.
We understand we won a championship. We love the excitement, but can y'all please clean up y'all mess?
Yeah. That's coming. That's coming.
It's coming
for sure. Let's move on to the KD trade, man. It was so funny. I was sitting there chopping it up with Daniel Greer on Twitter. He was talking about like just the intricacies of how like the media cycles and how he, which made a lot of sense. Like he was just saying maybe like 10 minutes before the trade happened that they're probably gonna wait till Monday because it's after the finals or whatever. You can announce that and you can kind of like push the finals talk forward because you got something to break to with the KD stuff. Bro, 10 minutes later, that shit broke. And it was like, I had to tweet them back and say, man, so much for all of that. Like, this is, they got it out the way, bro. I don't understand the rush for a move like that if you got to wait for it to be official
Finalized
in
anyway.
July. Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
get that. It was like July 8th, but
July 6th. Yeah,
July 6th. But
yeah.
But maybe you want to get it out there that teams, you know, hey, we're doing this, so y'all can get in on this if you want to. Type. You still could have did it today or tomorrow though. But anyway, whatever. You risked. I guess you run the risk of somebody coming in with a good offer and stealing them. So I get that side too. But man, what were your thoughts on the deal to the Rockets, and who do you feel like if anybody won in trade?
Honestly, like, and this may be surprising, but it didn't move me that much. Like, yes, KD is obviously a great player. He's a top 10, 15, 20, whatever you want to rank a player of all time. I mean, still a top 10, top 15 player in the league currently. Still a prolific scorer. Still, he can do 50, 40, 90 in his sleep. We all know that. But the fact is that Kevin Durant led teams where he's undoubtedly the best player, does have a good track record of being successful. Like, you can talk about, you see what you want about Golden State. Like, that team was just so miraculously good, and Steph was so clearly the leader of that team that it was just, the stacks were against everybody where KD was, it was an easy ring. Like, it was easy to win for KD. Like, I'm sorry. Like, they were easy. So, being that KD's now with the Rockets now, am I that confident that they're just gonna be this perennial just contender next year? Like, if they do, I won't be surprised. But am I betting on it? No, because they traded away. Even though Jalen Green is inconsistent, well, he's still a young budding star that can give you 20 a game. They lost Dylan Brooks, which is a depth guy that's defense and toughness. He was probably, I would like to say, one of the leaders on the team, if not the leader on the team. Like, they kind of really like took his identity on along with Ime Udoka. So I feel like that's gonna be a big loss for them. I just don't see the pieces around there's KD now that's gonna succumb for his weaknesses to prepare them to a championship. Like, yes, am I happy we're gonna play KD 4 times a year? Of course not. Do I feel like we still need to make a move to like keep up? Of course. But am I just like, oh dang, KD with the Rockets, like that's just gonna take them across the finish line? No. Like, they still have, I think, some of the same problems that they had without KD being there. Like, yes, they have another scorer, but you know, they still got to play. They still got Fred VanVleet, who they got to decide. I think he has a player option, so he's probably going to opt into that. They still have Amen Thompson. They still have a lot of great pieces, but does that scream championship to me, being that Kevin Durant is your best player? No. Do I feel like the Grizz still make a move like to counteract it to like keep up? Yes, I feel like we should, but I'm not. It doesn't put as much fear in my heart as it think other people. But what was your thoughts on the trade? And also, to answer Christian, I feel like the Rockets won it just because they getting KD, and the Suns have so much other work to do now because they probably got to get off a Beal and or Booker, and that's gonna be. If they do want to trade, the Grizz want to trade, because I picked that 2026 pick is gonna be amazing now. Like, oh my gosh, we don't want to trade, we did. So we want to see a real winner. But I just feel like the Suns have so much, like, they don't have a true direction now. Are they trying to like retool to contend, or they can try to blow it up? I hope they blow it up, because I would love to see Devin Booker in Memphis. But speaking of all that, I feel like Houston won the trade because they have like a more clear direction of what they're going to do into the future now.
Yeah, I think the opposite. I really think Houston won the trade. It was so funny. Kenny and I on the group chat. He was like, yeah, man, they didn't get. Oh, sorry. He was like, you didn't say that they didn't win the trade. But when you talk about you didn't feel like they got that much better. I feel like they did. Kenny at first, I mean, when it came through, he's like, man, no, man, why would they do that? I don't think they really. I'm like, bro, when you watch Amen Thompson, however you want to pronounce it, Amen, it don't matter. That dude is a man. That dude is a man child, bro. Like, he is nothing to play with. And when you got the ball primarily in his hands now, I know they still gonna have Fred VanVleet and things of that nature, but I think next year he takes a step up as far as ball handling duties as he should. Let Fred kind of play a little bit more off ball. We know he can hit big time shots and things like that. But now you have a closer, bro, and KD. That's not to say Sengun is not, because Sengun, I would say probably that. It's probably KD.
That's the thing. That's why it's so up in the air for them, because before KD got there,
Sengun he ain't no slouch now. I mean, he was 17th, I think, in all NBA vote this year. Him and Jared just missed the top 15, so he's not a bad player. Did KD make all NBA?
I think so. Yeah. Wait, no, did he play enough games? I don't think he did. I don't think he did, because he played enough games. I don't think he did. Actually.
Man, that's killing folks, bro. Them games played thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, like he ain't no slouch, bro. So when you got him, you got Amen, you got a vet champion in Fred, And you got Jabari that I feel like just you pairing him with KD, which I want to say I've seen him working out with him before anyway. A perfect mentor to kind of help build him up moving forward. They still got Tari coming off the bench, Tari Eason, which I love. You talking about defense, like I think he just plays more minutes next year, taking that Dylan role. And then you still got Kevin Whitmore. Now you kind of got a clear conscience of like, all right, well, they've been trying to choose between me and Jalen more than likely, even though I haven't been proven what I really can do. But I think he goes through this offseason with a little bit more of a clear head of like, all right, we need you to provide some scoring off the bench for real, bro, next year. Like, you have to do that. And so I'm excited to see what they're going to do. Obviously, it sucks for them being in our division. That don't help nothing. But, again, I'm going to salute the Houston Rockets just like OKC. Salute to y'all for identifying your core and going to go make the move that you needed to make to make the boats rise. Like, y'all didn't wait and say, well, Ahmed's been in the league 3 years, let's wait. Sengun's been in the league 4 or 5 years, let's wait. That OKC has proven, bro, if you want to, even Indiana for a certain extent, you get your young guys identified and you go build the team around them, bro. Go get you some role players, some guys, some dogs, and watch what happens. Because these windows that y'all imaginarily think are so wide, they're not, bro, at all. And so, salute to them. On the Sun side,
what you gonna do?
I don't know what they do, bro. Like, they were OKC and the Thunder before them. Just like I said, we kind of were, but they actually made it to the finals. Like, so they were actually further along than we were. You had the perfect team, and you blew that up for what? Like, literally for nothing. So now you got to figure out, like, you know, what you're gonna do with Book. I feel like you dying on the sword, bro. Like, you've been there long enough. Just go move on. I don't think that Memphis gets in on him. Just because, like, you just sent away one $40 million shooting guard, you're not going to bring another $50 to $60 million shooting guard. That doesn't give you any type of more flexibility than what you had. You actually lose it that way. But would you believe, and you probably saw my tweet.
No, don't start this. Don't.
I'm about to say it.
No, I don't want to. I'm not going to entertain it, bro. I don't want this to happen. And people like you keep putting this into the atmosphere. It's your fault. I was
probably one of the first, if not the first, to bring this back up. So I'm going to say it. Or at least within the last week. It's probably been, you know, some super Dylan fans have been saying this shit since day one. But as just far as since that trade happened last week, and then, you know, what happened. Hey, bro, if all else fails, maybe if all else fails, maybe just go out and make that as one of your moves. I would not be mad with a Dylan Brooks reunion in Memphis. I would not. And y'all know, if you have listened to this podcast for the last 2 years, you know I am public enemy number one when it comes to Dylan Brooks. It was him and Taylor Jenkins that I was like, okay, you either got to choose one or get both of their ass out of here. I'm on record saying you probably keep Dylan Brooks longer. Taylor Jenkins was gone 2-3 seasons ago. You bring him back with Coach T.I. Just hear me out. Listeners as well. You bring him back with Coach T.I. And we know he's not gonna play that shit like Jenkins did. Dylan Brooks been on another winning team that has bought into a role that he should have bought in here, but now he's familiar with that role. You bring him back in and say, look, we got you, we got Ja, we got KCP, we got some more vets we're gonna bring in here. But this team is now Ja and Jarrett. You know that, we know that. Go out there and defend your ass off, make hustle plays, give us that toughness, you and KCP, and let's see where we end up. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. I hated Dylan Brooks when he was here because of the way that he acted. But if T.I. can go in there and tell him this is what you're going to do and you're going to like it, well, guess what? God damn it, I'm going to like it. I'm going to love it, actually.
God damn it, I'm going to like it.
I'm going to love it, actually.
No.
All he needed some structure, bro. And I love the Trey Murphys. I love the Cam Johnsons. I love the Denny Obvious. I love the Herb Joneses. I love all of that, right? But if they don't go get those guys, would I be mad if Dylan Brooks is on this team in October? The answer, when I finally get the weight off my chest by saying this, is no. That's all I'm saying, bro. Not pushing forward, but goddamn, if you go out there and get all them dogs that I tweeted out, oh, I would love this team next year. Just go full heel. The league don't fool with us anyway. So go
just
get
turn
all
heel.
the dogs.
Full heel. Just get all the bad guys. All the bad
Get
guys.
Bobby Portis. Go get Marcus Morris. Go get Dylan Brooks. Go get Najee Marshall. Go get every dude that you think that can play a little basketball that's dirty as hell. I will get Lou Dort too if he didn't win the champion. Like, go get all them dudes and put them around John Jarrett and watch what happens. I'm ready, bro. Let's do it.
Bad news bears for real. We can be the bad news bears. Bad news bears.
Man, the Beale Street Steppers. Hey, I'm ready to step on anything. Come on, bro.
With the black Air Force energy. Everybody black Air Force energy.
That's sign Pat Beverly, bro. Go bring him to the shit.
Oh my gosh.
Just to be on the bench. Just to be on the bench. Go full heel at this point. I'm with it, bro. I'm sorry.
This man just this is I can't get the live comments, so I wish I could like get the live today because like they could agree with me how asinine you sound right now. This man
I thought this through, bro.
I know you. That don't mean you right though. That don't mean
I ain't saying I'm right, but I thought this ain't something I just woke up one day and said, "Oh, this." I thought this through, bro.
This man just preached a whole sermon for Dylan Brooks. I don't think we remember what Dylan Brooks did to us. Like,
we do.
First of all, I feel like the relationship isn't good enough. I feel they got to mean a lot of fences like between the team in front of. First of all, which is knowing how DB is. I don't know if that's even the thing. 'Cause I feel like DB loves playing against us more than he was actually loved being here. That's just my personal opinion. Number two, why are we honestly like forgetting like Dylan Brooks like not only shot us out of a series individually.
Did you hear what I said?
I completely hear what you said.
Is him being told
Taylor Jenkins being gone.
I
understand that. But the second one, he poked the wrong bear. And he kept poking the wrong bears throughout the league. He was not shutting those bears down. So what makes y'all think that he just suddenly gonna know how to do that now? Like, with 3-4 more years on his legs now. Like, not only did he shoot us out that series, he pissed off the one guy you don't piss off in LeBron James. And he went at Dylan Brooks the whole series and killed that man. Every time Dylan Brooks called somebody out to shut him down, what did he do? Not shut him down. So why do y'all want to bring that toxicity back into the locker room? I
did the same
understand
shit.
I mean, see what Desmond Band is. So why you gonna bring another one back? I don't get it. I don't understand it. Like, are we dumb right now? I'm like, yo, why are we just want Dylan Brooks back all of a sudden? Like, our whole thing, we want to beat him so bad when he got traded to the Rockets. We went to the Rockets. Now we want him back. I don't
look what happened. You got our ass kicked every game. I'm just saying, bro.
As far as I'm concerned, us and the Rockets in the same position when neither of us won a championship. So as far as I'm concerned, hey, oh well. So
they had a KD. We don't.
They do have KD. So that is a very good thing. We don't have a Kevin Durant on our team.
We really don't have a team right now, bro.
We really don't have a team. We have to do a lot. You have to do a lot of retooling this offseason, which we will get into later. But no, I'm just gonna say no. I don't want Dylan Brooks on this team. Dylan Brooks, stay away from my team. Like, please, like, no, do not come back. If Dylan Brooks get traded to Memphis, I'm gonna be against it until he proves to me that he can play with structure and that he cannot piss off the wrong people and actually back up his talk. When he starts doing that, then I'll do it. But if not, stay away from my team. Stay away from my team, bro.
Call 12, Dylan. Ja, call 24, man. Put the call in, man.
No, exactly. He kept trying to call 24 when we should have been calling 12. That's the whole point why Dylan can't be here.
Put the call in, man.
No. When he was on this thing, he kept thinking he was that guy. You're not that guy, pal. You're not. It's not the DB show. Like, bro, it's not. So no, I don't get y'all, bro. I don't get y'all, dog.
It's easy to get, bro. As long as you have the conversation first and he agrees, you do it. If he say no, or if he get to acting up, then it don't work. And I'm hating. Like, they'll never. That's the only way I thought it'll change. If he come in and he buys in immediately. If he don't, then it's just one of them things that you screw out on. But anyway, sorry, Phoenix. I don't know. As fans, sorry, man. I don't even know what to say for y'all.
Sorry,
y'all
y'all
are in hell, literally.
Y'all are in hell, like y'all in purgatory right now. Y'all is not going nowhere, no time soon. And we appreciate y'all for being bad because our pick next year gonna be great. So thank you, Phoenix. Thank you, Phoenix. We appreciate that.
VJ, what's his name? AJ the Bunster. Give me him.
Give me him right now. Give me him. Get ready to learn barbecue, AJ. Get ready to learn dish.
Cam Boozer, whatever his name is. Give me one of them Boozer twins, man.
Give me Boozer twin. One of them dudes, man. For real.
I take it.
For real, dog.
Man. But we're finna go to break, man. On the other side, we're gonna talk about this KCP interview that dropped. Really, really very briefly, but just what that potentially means with us going into the draft on Wednesday, the offseason officially starting today. So we'll be right back after a quick break. We'll see y'all in a minute.
The Memphis Grizzlies are calling about Deni Avdija of the Portland Trail Blazers, formerly of the Washington Wizards, as a potential piece that they could add around Ja, Dez, and Jaren. Now, Avdija is going to command a high payday. He's around a $20 million guy, but it is a descending contract. Is Deni Avdija somebody that you would want to see paired up along those guys in Memphis?
Multiple times when he was playing for the Wizards and when he was playing for the Trailblazers, when the Grizzlies were playing them, he was playing harder than anybody on the court. He's got an incredible motor, but I do like Deni Avdija, and it's because of his motor, and I feel like this team missed a motor.
Yeah, I don't know that it takes us all the way to the NBA Finals, but I do think we're a better team with Deni Avdija, especially if you can make a deal work where you can keep your core three still available. Putting him on a starting lineup with Ja, Dez, Jalen, Deni Avdija, and Jaren, to me, feels like a team that could be competitive in a deep Western Conference.
Tune in to the $2 Sports Show with Rusty Witten and Drew Gann every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday live at 11 a.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel. Looking for an alternative to alcohol or conventional medicine? Check out Ounce of Hope, a Memphis-based dispensary with 2 local stores in the Sanderland Center and on South Cooper Street. You can get all the products you need in a location convenient to you. Each store offers an intentional shopping experience with dedicated bud tenders to answer all of your questions, from product selection and mushroom blends to our personal favorite, the Delta 9 seltzers. You gotta try the Peach Buzz. Try Ounce of Hope at either one of their 2 Memphis stores or at www.ounceofhope.com for convenient products shipped right to your door. Use the promo code BluffCity for 15% off any order, excluding sale items. Cannot be used in conjunction with other promotions or discounts. One use per customer.
Welcome back to the No Bluffing Podcast, where we keep it all the way real, all the way raw, and all the way honest about everything Grizzlies. I am Chris Ingram, and to my right is my right hand man, Evan Hayes. And we're going to jump right into it, man. On this last topic, we're going to get out of here because, like I said, it is my wife's birthday. I got to pick up the baby here in a minute. So we tried to make it a little bit shorter, and we good on time. I love when we good on time, man, because y'all know we can chop it up. We can go.
Tansy on this jump for 2 hours. Y'all don't stop.
Man.
Under hour. Try to.
For sure. But after last week's trade, we dropped our episode on Monday, and I believe the Kentavious Caldwell-Pope interview came out later in that week, and so we obviously weren't able to kind of speak on that. So I don't want to beat a dead horse too much on it because a lot of people have already spoke about it. It was 18 minutes. You can go watch it for yourself. But it was a comment in there. He said a lot of good things. Number one, he said that he wants to be here. He's excited to be here. But for me, what stuck out the most in that entire interview, and Evan, you can tell me if it was anything else that you saw that that maybe stood out to you as well, was the part where he talked about how he had already been to Memphis. He came in to get his physical. He was excited to play with the guys he saw going out to Summer League, but that he had a conversation with the team basically saying, we have a certain direction we're trying to go, and he feels confident that he can go back to whatever role I guess he feel like he wasn't in with Orlando. But going back to, what he does best, which in my opinion is just being a straight dog, being a guy that can hit shots, and you're not dependent upon him just based off the amount of money he makes. He can go out there and just be free and hit thing. He said what he said about he don't want to give up what the team, told him what the direction is. It got my wheels to turning like, bro, okay, what we finna do? So just to touch on that interview really, really quick, and we'll go into maybe what we think that means. Was there anything else that you saw that stuck out or that you were excited about from the interview?
I had the same takeaways from you. Honestly, I'm just glad because I'm not gonna speak on why Memphis was in the natural media last week,
We'll
but
be in
after
another
last
hour.
week that we had, because I'm gonna get all upset and I'm tired. If y'all can see my eyes, I'm not trying to get all hyped up right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, but to hear someone that's not from the city saying stuff positive about the city, number one, was a very, 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 very welcoming sight to see and hear. And two, I'm glad that he said he knew the trades happened for anybody. Like I feel like that's just kind of I don't know. I don't know how the trades go down, like who gets called who first, like which GM talks to who first. But the fact that he already knew, like on Father's Day, it was already gonna go down, that kind of puts into my question, like how long was this deal kind of in place? Like did he already know for like a day or two, and that he just kind of kept it quiet and he's so that is interesting. Like so, ZK knew he was trying to ship this man. Now, so that's another thing that comes to my mind. But on the main point, I loved everything I heard. Like I think KCP will be a welcome addition to this team. The fact he wants to be here, the fact he can go back to his role, just being a 3-and-D person without having so much responsibility on each side of the floor. Because I feel like in Orlando, like he just kind of got pushed down, like this pushed down the bench a little bit because they had so many young guys around him that's frankly do what he does or just more athletic than him. So he just kind of those styles kind of clash. On Memphis, we don't have a 3-and-D guy. And if we believe Zach Klein, which I incline to not believe him sometimes, if we're not trying to get any younger, hope we're not bringing any more young guys that can take some of his minutes away. And the fact he kept saying he wants to get back to winning championships, that's what I love to hear. We all know KCP is champion, championship with the Lakers. He wants to get back to winning championships. And that is music to my ears, that a guy that's out from outside the organization has spoke to the organization and he wants to win championships. And it seems like the organization has expressed to him that they also want to win championships. That's what I love to hear, because there was a lot of national media talking about, like, after the Des Bay trade happened, like, we don't know what Memphis is going to do. They're going to trade Ja, trade Jaren. You had Draymond Green on his pocket saying Memphis more cares about not going over the apron instead of winning championship. I'm like, bro, y'all don't really understand, like, what's actually going on in that franchise. Clearly, y'all don't. So the fact that on a public forum that KCP is saying, no, like, I'm trying to win the championship, the organization's trying to win the championship. We already knew this. Like, people within the city already knew that. I feel like hopefully the national media catches heard of that so they can, like, stop putting those BS narratives that we're just trying to keep our money down or we're trying to blow up the team or go into a rebuild. Like, bro, stop all that nonsense. Like, oh my God, I'm not gonna speak on the other stuff that happened last week, but at least on that, stop the nonsense that we're rebuilding. Like, nothing like that. But yeah, I'm frankly excited for KCP to be here. Like, I honestly think, like, he's one of the best people we could have got to fulfill that role. Like we said last week, more things have been done around him, but I feel like he was a very good first domino to fall. And the fact that he had very positive things to say, it seemed like his family is ready to be here too. I know his wife said, or his wife posted that she's ready to be here with all their kids. Like, it just gave me all the good feelings you would want for a guy that just got added to the team. So nothing but good words about KCP. I can't wait for him to get to the city, start training camp, start training with the guys and all that. So, and he's a vet, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's already talking to some of the guys like, yo, let's get together, let's work out here. Like, I would not be surprised because he knows how it was like to win a championship. So I'm surprised if he's already talking to the guys trying to get those, like, good habits built, like, early into the offseason.
Yeah. I'm not gonna go into that conversation like you did, like you did not. I do want to say, I just want to shout out. I want to shout out Rashad McCants. I want to shout out Nick Young. I want to shout out Richard Jefferson. I want to shout out what's his name? God, I can't remember his name. He was a stretch big his whole entire career. He do the podcast with Richard Jefferson, Road Tripping. What is his name? Is it Chandler? Is it
Channing Frye.
Salute to Channing Frye. Salute to the guys in the media, NBA, former players or whatever that have been around the city, and they have been giving not only objective but just pushback on the BS that's been spewed. I'll say that I saw their podcast before we hopped on, and they were trying to basically correct Big Perk. Basically saying they got literally not just black friends that live here, but they got white friends that live in Memphis too, that love Memphis, and just say, like, everywhere else, obviously you ain't trying to go to LMG. You're not going to Lamont Gardens. You're not going out to Fraser and walking to get drinks.
You're not going to Fraser, bro. Like,
yeah. You ain't going to Ridgecrest. You're not going to, Orange Mound has its beauty. Obviously the school is right there and things like that. But like in certain neighborhoods, you're not going to in any city, bro. Like it's just that don't make sense. And so it's smaller. So obviously it can be a little bit more compact. We ain't got to go into that conversation. But salute to them guys for just being honest. Norris Cole, Kenyon Martin.
Get out of here, bro.
Y'all can go kick rocks, bro. Especially Norris Cole. Like, I'm going to say that for another day. That dude irritated the shit out of me.
Yeah, that pissed me off. Like
I'm used to Kenyon Martin and all these other dudes, but I'm like, Norris Cole, like, bro, do you even know how to spell Memphis? What do you mean you got people out here? No, you don't. Like, stop. Don't do it. I really didn't mean to do it. I just want to salute to the guys.
You should have said that because I hate when people say they
defend us. Salute to them.
I hate when people say I got people in this. That's all I'm saying.
Stop
claiming you know people or you got family or stop doing that. Like, that makes me so mad. Because like you said, Memphis is it's a big city, but it's still a city that everybody knows everybody.
It's the smallest big city in the country.
It's the smallest big city in the country. So if Norris Cole had connects to the city, people would know who that is. Like Monte Ellis. Monte Ellis, like, people know why Monte's got connections to the city. I'm not going to say that, but that's an example of her that's not from here, but that has connections to that. Everybody knows that. Like, we can go down a list of guys that have been in the league, played college ball, all that. Stop claiming that you have connections to the city when nobody can vouch for you that's here. Because one thing about Memphis, they ain't going to lie on you. They're not going to lie and say that they know you when they don't, or they don't know you when they do. So, there's a lot.
Don't go too far, bro. I want to salute them for standing up and being honest, bro.
Yeah, real talk.
They're not keeping it real. But in regards to that interview, like I said, just kind of with the draft being on Wednesday, we got 2 days to the draft. As it currently stands, as we record this show, the Grizz are still at 16. They have been reported to work out a lot of guys that's within that range. They were working out a lot of second round guys before they got that pick, but looks like they have upped the workouts with guys in that range. They even are attached to a couple of guys, been rumored to target a couple of guys. And would I be surprised if they move up for a guy? I wouldn't. So I'm excited to see what happens on draft night. I do think it's going to be, if not before then, definitely that night is going to be some fireworks for us and for other teams as well. I want to ask you, bro, because I'm kind of, it was a Mark Stein Sane talked about it. He sent it to us in our group chat, and he was kind of talking about it. Kenny and Rusty, they were getting upset, which I had to flip it back on them. They were calling me a hater last week just because I wasn't jumping for joy for climbing, and now these folks, I'm calling y'all out. Yeah, I am. Now they on the other end of believing in what climbing's gonna do. I'm just ready to see what's gonna happen. I'm gonna sit back and say my judgment for the end of the offseason, but they are tied. They were tied to a story where they were talking about Santi Aldama and Jared Jackson's extension are like top of mind. But there's also reports out there that people are talking about, they're going to sign and trade or looking to sign and trade Santi. So it's a lot of mixed reviews. Obviously, we won't know until it goes down. Where are you at on the Jaren extension, bro? Do you think that's going to happen this offseason? Should it, but like realistically, like if you just had to throw something out there, do you think that still happen? Because I'll be honest, after his interview with KCP, what he said and what I've already been feeling they should do, if they renegotiate Jaren, that's going to eat up a lot of space. It's going to take a lot of moves to get to where you're trying to go. Or you could just say, hey, man, just go out there, play it out, try to get all NBA so we can really give you a Supermax if you make it. Like, what you thinking? Because I'm starting to go the other way. I'm starting to think he may wait. Not to say that's the right thing or the logical thing, but where are you at on that conversation? Because it's going to really, if they're trying to bring in all these other, whatever they're trying to bring in, give him the extension or the negotiation right now is going to probably hinder that, bro. So, like, where are you at with that?
Yeah, I agree with you. Like, signing Triple J to an extension does kind of lock you up on your flexibility. But unfortunately, I still think they do it because Memphis, as much you say about our front office, we have a very good track record of doing good by our guys that's been here. Like, that's been here. Like, we sign our extensions as soon as we can to lock them up, to say like, yo, you're our guy. We're gonna give you as much money as possible, as much money that we can give you, while not like handicapping ourselves. So as much as I think they should wait, I'm gonna say that right. I think they should wait. I don't want anyone to sign a extension this year. I feel like this year should be strictly trades and signings that can propel us next year. Like, we can deal, because no one else deal is coming up this year that's like super value. Like, I saw Luke Kennard, but we all know Luke Kennard's not coming back he's not coming back. If he doesn't come back, then that's a whole different conversation.
Somebody check on Sean Coleman, man. Make sure he
like, if
Shout
Luke
out to
Kennard's
Sean.
back in this team next year, I'll be very upset. So outside of Luke Kennard and Santi, like, no one's deal is coming up this year. So our big players, we should just wait for their contracts get up, make as many lateral and moves as we can, and go from there. So I honestly think that they shouldn't, but I feel like they will do it, because our track record has shown us that we do good by our guys. But if KCP is saying like we really got some crazy stuff in the works, would I be extremely surprised that they wait on it? No, but do I still think they will ultimately do it, because the track record says that we want to pay our guys and just kind of deal with it from there.
Yeah, because I mean, it's two sides to that coin, bro. You could look at it from the team aspect, and when I say team, I'm gonna probably include fans on that as well. And then you can look at it from the player aspect. From the player aspect, the pro to him doing it right now is I got my money locked up and secured for the next 5 years, I believe, is if they do the renegotiation and the extension. And so no matter what happens next year, he go out there and whatever, knock on all the wood I can find, but your money's locked up at that point if you go ahead and knock it out now. From the team standpoint, you probably want to wait just to see what he can do. But obviously, you got to pay more if he go do what he needs to do. But from a team and fan base standpoint, if you lock him up right now, and again, knock on wood, something happens, now you're looking at that deal as a bad deal. Now you're regretting stuff. Now you're putting him in the same conversations as you put Chandler Parsons. And now you really can't build that team around. So not only are we putting a lot of money in his pocket, but we don't even have any money to do anything around the margins. And now you got Ja Morant. For whatever you want to say, yeah, he ain't available more than 60, 65, whatever you want to say. If that's all you got and you don't have the money to do anything else around him, now we kind of looking at the Devin Booker and Finney situation. And I don't want to do that. So it's like it's really pros and cons on both sides. We know that we've wasted away probably the last couple of years. For whatever reason, front office, I put 1 year on them. I put 1 year on, just the basketball guys. I put the other year on job for getting in trouble. So like, for whatever reason you want to put blame on somebody, I feel like this offseason is almost the offseason that you have to take the most advantage of. And if you do, I don't want to say waste, but if you use up all of their cap flexibility this summer, I don't see what you're able to do next year besides hoping on Edey and Jalen Wells jump. Obviously, those are two, I would say long-term core pieces. You probably have hope that Gigi has done some amazing leap. Vince is finally healthy, but like, it's just going to be so minuscule of the things you can do next summer if you lock this deal up right now, in my opinion. And so I think now is the time. You've already, kind of jacked it off these past years. You might as well go ahead and shoot for it all, as you can anyway. So I don't know. That's where I'm leaning now. I know beginning of the summer or the off season talking about, I thought they were going to do a renegotiation. That probably was the best thing, but I don't know. That KCP interview got me feeling different, bro.
Yeah, like my whole thing is I really hope Zach Kleiman has learned that we shouldn't be depending on jumps to elevate our team to a championship. Like, we need moves. Yeah. Like, you can predict a guy gonna take a leap, or like we're not gonna get this guy in because we think he's gonna be that good. Like, I get that, having belief in your guys, but you still need you need to move some furniture around to like make the best house you can. Like, if you can have the same couch that your mama had and your dad had or whatever, but eventually you're gonna need a new mattress when you're sleeping. You got bed bugs. Yeah, it's cool. Like, it works fine, and you hope it gets better with age. But sometimes you just need to get some new stuff in there. So really hope Zach Kleiman has learned his lesson, because that's what he's done for the past 2-3 years, and trying to just bet on guys to get better. Like, I don't think Santi has elevated his game to the point where he's valuable enough to stay on this team. I don't I don't. I'm kind of pushed to say Vince. Like Vince has gotten better, but this year, like he was hurt this year, but he hasn't shown me enough to be like, oh yeah, he's right going to get better next year to keep him on this team, like for the foreseeable future. Like, so being that it is what it is, we have to make moves, and I feel like we will make. Well, we're going to try to attempt to make moves at least, because I don't want to just count my chicken for the hatch that are going to move us like down the floor. Let me say just down the floor to contending, because right now we're kind of in no man's land, but we have the able to do that. So being with that, I really hope they don't negotiate with Triple J this year, and I hope Triple J doesn't take offense to that. Like I really hope he's like, yo, I want to win, and I feel like that's the part of people not really thinking about, because it's a human side of it. Like we really hope Jaren Jackson Jr. doesn't take offense to that. Like, yo, y'all don't want to pay me. I've been here the longest tenure Grizz on the team. I've played through injury and all that. Like, so he could take offense to that. But we're hoping he said, okay, cool. Like, let's make the moves we can. I'm gonna go out and get all NBA next year. We can win a championship or go to the finals, and then y'all can really pay what I think I deserve. Like, we hope that's the reaction. But ultimately, we're not in Jaren Jackson Jr.'s camp. We're not in his family circle. We don't know what his agent is saying. But we hope that him and the franchise. Well, I want to throw Ja in there too, because if everybody keeps saying that they're going around Ja and Jaren, they got to be on the same page too, because Ja's coming over the extension in a few years as well. You have to be. I hope Ja can say Jaren like, yo, I know you want your money. I want you to get paid too, but we really need to make these moves this year. So just hold out for 1 year, and I promise I'm gonna get you paid. Like, because if you got my back, I got yours. We get these guys around. We can actually do something. So it's really I see it as a Ja, Jaren, and front office conversation. Obviously, Ja's money is not Jaren money, and vice versa. But the fact that if they're really all in on building around Ja and Jaren, is all three of those conversations. Like, yo, what we gonna do? You got the coach. We talking about getting Jared Dell as our lead assistant. We getting that coach stats together. So what can we do from a roster wise? And one of y'all may not get y'all money right now, but if we do what we're supposed to do, everybody will get paid eventually.
Yeah, my coach told me that a long time ago, man. You put in the work now, you get paid for it later. So
that's a fact.
Hey, I don't know about it. It's a hard risk to take, but boy, if you got a shot at an additional $100 million, it's hard not to take that, my brother. So anyway, we'll see what happens. Wednesday is finna get started. Draft, free agency opens. Trade season is here. Obviously, we popped it off, and it's moving, grooving. I'm excited, man. I'm excited to see what happens. I've been excited every offseason the last couple of years and got let down. It's a little bit tempered this year, but I'm still excited to at least have some list of hope to see what happens. So I don't know what happened to my camera, but anyway, that's all we got. That's all we got for today.
What happened?
It's spent out on my side. I don't know. It's weird over here, but yeah, man, that's all we got today for this episode, man. We appreciate y'all. Before we get up out of here, Evan, you are back, right, my brother? So I want to make sure I get a floor to you. Do you got anything coming out this week?
Nothing this week, but I did have an article last week that I didn't get a chance to talk on the show about. It was my article is titled 4 targets I believe the Grizzlies should go for this offseason. And it's probably some of the guys that you would explain, but I kind of broke it out. I threw some trade proposals out there, like why each team would be interested in these guys. So I feel that's a good read. I've got some good feedback. I'm still trying to think about what my next one will be. Probably after the draft is when I can really get my mind right, depending on what we do with that pick, no matter if we take somebody or trade it. So yeah, I have some things coming out. Just y'all keep tapping in with me. My links are in my Twitter. If y'all want to, all my articles in my Twitter. So if y'all want to get it and read it, cool. But yeah, that's all I got, man. Read my last article, and my next one I will let y'all know for sure. Just be active on my Twitter for sure.
For sure. Well, that's all we got today, man. As we always say this week, make sure y'all go out there and do something that makes you feel good, something that puts a smile on your face, something that makes you happy, because that's what it's all about. Hopefully we got some great news next week. Hopefully, something too crazy pop out. Hey, bro, we might have an emergency episode.
If we trade up into like the top 3 and then we trade that pick for like Devin Booker or something, we going live after the show. Like, forget, we going live after the draft. We just gonna say forget it.
Yeah.
Something crazy like that happen. Grizzlies get shoot, I can't even think of no one.
Don't even say no name, bro. We might jinx it. It may be in the works and we jinx it, it don't happen, bro. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
Let's see what
So,
happens. Hey, I'm
y'all keep
excited,
tapping
man.
into this, man. Real talk. Exciting times, man. The season, we look to next season now. So
Yes,
we don't gotta be in the dog days of the season, waiting for the CBOs. We can on the next 2025, 26, Grizz's year. We gotta do what we gotta do to get there. So
let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. Well, man, we up out of here as we always say. Go Grizz.
Go Grizz.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the No Bluffing Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, like and subscribe to Bluff City Media's YouTube page. For comprehensive coverage of all things Memphis sports, head over to www.bluffcitymedia.co and find out how you can become an insider. We will see you back here next week.